Welcome to the Rugs to Riches show. Grab a drink and get comfortable. The live show is about to start.
Welcome, everyone, to the Monday Night Crypto Show here on the Rugs to Riches. Goldwyn, that doesn't look like your background. Where are you at?
I'm in Colorado.
Oh, snap, man. What's going on in Colorado? And what's going on, chat? How's everyone doing this evening? Shout out to the Rugs to Riches audience. What's everyone doing? What's everyone got happening during their summertime? Starting with Goldwyn. What's going on in Colorado?
Not much. My aunt had a surgery, so I came to help her out for a week. So I flew from New York. I was in New York last week with baseball, and I flew from there to here. And then I'll be here a week, and then I'll fly home. And then a week after that,
what a nephew, man.
Yeah. And then a week after that, I'll be in LA for a cruise. So
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah. I think we're going. I think we sail July 6th. I think, but we fly out the 3rd. So I know there will be Dodger Stadium July 4th for whoever they play. I think they play. I don't know who they play. I don't know who they play. We'll be at Dodger Stadium July 4th, watching them in the fireworks.
Let's go.
Yeah. Aaron wants to know what's cruise line.
You've already got the blue drink there to support America. Let's go, Mr. Patriot.
That's right. It's red, white, and blueberry by Smirnoff.
Oh, nice.
Product sponsor. If you do want to sponsor the show, Smirnoff, we do take donations. Aaron, I cruise on Carnival. I don't have any problems with Carnival. So
nice.
Oh, nice.
Money Man says he'll be in that area too.
Shoot, I'll have to. I wonder how.
Chat. Speak of the devils.
I don't know what time we leave. I don't know how fast our turnaround is after our cruise, but it would be that time frame. Maybe we'll catch up, Money Man. Nice, Aaron. Aaron, where do you normally cruise out of?
What are y'all's 4th of July plans? What about you, AG? What you got going on?
I have no plans for 4th of July. I'll probably maybe go hit some golf balls, shoot some fireworks off.
On the golf course?
No. That would be that'd be kind of fun though.
You need to get those exploding golf balls.
Oh, yeah. I saw those. I saw the shorts came up in my YouTube shorts, I think.
Yeah.
Those guys whack it and it sounds like a dang bomb went off under your feet. That's a crazy prank.
Yeah, no, I got nothing planned really. What about you, Zach?
Every 4th of July, I'm outside of Atlanta, Georgia. They have the Peachtree Road Race, which is, I think, the largest 10K. I don't know if by participants or by what exact metric, but one of the largest 10Ks, if not the world, at least the United States. So I'll be running that early in the morning. And after that, you'll typically go like my parents' neighborhood pool, the neighborhood I grew up in. They'll have like a little pool party. So we'll all go up there, soak your legs after a good run. And then I'll see some fireworks in the evening. They have it up at that pool as well. They got this crazy guy, Dan the Man. And he has always this like these crazy fireworks. I think he makes them himself, probably. But he'll be down there and just he'll get some volunteers. It's like where the boys turn to men. Like I haven't been selected yet myself, but there's certain dudes who just I guess they only live for entertainment, I guess. But they go down. It's like there's like a hill. They go down in the pit, and then he has all these fireworks daisy chained together, and
nice.
They'll just all have like a lighter and they'll all just start lighting them up. You can't see them down there in the pit. There's so much smoke. They're all just inhaling it in. It's just like, and then the Dan the Man comes out and he's just like, "You guys like the show, you know?" And I'm like, he smokes like a train. Probably does. I think he's preparing all year for the night. But yeah, he that's always a good show. And then we also have the Mall of Georgia, and they'll have a show typically as well. So I've been at both, just different depending on where the night takes me. But yeah, that's my plans. What about you guys in the chat? Who's got some crazy 4th of July? How about the boat, Goldwyn? No boat this year on 4th of July?
Yeah, no, we're going on a cruise.
So that means, hey, let me rent your boat from you. Let me take it out.
Yeah, come on down. You can rent it. Heck yeah. My house will be unoccupied too. So if you want to come down for like 10 days and watch my dogs, that'd be spectacular.
Oh, wow.
Like an Airbnb with a boat.
Yeah.
Burn the house.
Yeah. Let you stay at the house for free. You can borrow the boat. You just got to watch the dogs.
It sounds like a pretty good deal. I might hit you up on that, man. I'll let you know.
Yeah. That'd be great. That'd save me a lot of money on dog care.
All right, Zach. So you got some news for us?
Yeah, let's jump on into it, brother.
All right, let's get it.
And now it's time for the latest news with Zach Minter on the Rugs to Riches show.
Hey, let's go. Welcome to the best segment on the show that you guys all have been waiting for. Can you see my screen all right?
Oh, yeah, we can see it.
This beautiful sunset.
I tell you what, I feel like I've been lost, man, because in New York, we didn't have internet, and we were 20 minutes from cell service. So the house we rented was this giant mansion on 500 acres, but it didn't have cell service. It didn't have Wi-Fi, didn't have nothing. So once we left the ballpark, we were like dark until we got back. So I've been like,
you gotta be a real athlete. You gotta play ball on the manor yard or go to bed. That's all.
Yeah, right. So I'm literally like I'm like crypto starved.
Hey man, there's never a dull moment. So you missed out on a crypternity of happenings.
Hey, before we jump into this, now that you just reminded me, you were in Colorado and you met up with Patrick from Cryptozoa.
Yeah, we had lunch yesterday.
So
how did that go?
Yeah, tell us about that, man.
It was awesome, man. It's really cool to have this whole space where all of the, like Zach, I feel like we've been friends forever, right? But we haven't actually physically met yet. You were down, but you were a little far the day before I left for New York.
Yeah.
So we couldn't catch up for dinner or anything. But actually, AG reminded me
until you shake hands.
What's that? Yeah, right. So AG reminded me.
Catfish. I'm gonna take off my mask the whole time. Yeah.
So AG reminded me. He's like, man, you should reach out to Patrick and see if you guys could catch up. So I did, and he lives about 3.5 hours south of where I'm at. And
up a horse trail through the mountain, all over the yellow trail.
Yeah.
Listen, I was really hoping he was going to be closer, and I could do the show with him in his yurt. That's what I was going to try to do. But being that I'm taking care of my aunt, I couldn't do a 7-hour trip. So he reached back out to me, said he was actually coming up to Denver, which is where I'm at, and it just worked out. We were able to meet for lunch, and it was really awesome. We had a back and forth conversation for probably an hour and a half, and it literally could have gone 3 hours, like nonstop.
Easily, you guys were talking some alpha.
We got to get Patrick back on the show. Patrick, come on. If you tune on,
I talked to him and told him to see if we could get him in a couple weeks. I knew Bailey was coming up, so I suggested he come up in like 2 weeks. But now we talked about stuff. We talked about Elephant a lot. We talked about Earn. We talked about Stable Swap. He's an 8-bit farm. Is it 8-bit farm? Is that what it is? 8-bit farming. Yeah. Which is like Stable Swap but on chain. He really likes that. He says that's pretty good. Like if you're interested in concentrated liquidity, but you don't actually want to spend the time to do it, that's what they're doing. So they're taking the money and they're doing concentrated liquidity with it and then giving you a percentage daily. So I don't know if you remember the Stable Swap.
Like Dex Finance, but they're doing it. Mainly?
Yeah. They're doing it on their end. So they have their pools that they're doing. And then, so same thing. It's basically Stable Swap, except they're using central or concentrated liquidity. But the same thing, you lock up your money for a certain amount of time. After that time period, it unlocks and you get that money back. So they're borrowing your money and they're giving you a daily percentage on your money that you're letting them borrow. So And I know that's Scott the Investor and Cryptopia or crypto. Is it Cryptopia or Kryptonian? Cryptopia.
So I feel like you're just lending your money for someone else to.
You are 100% are. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You're giving them, because they're paying you 0.33 a day on it. So I mean, if you're just they're making more, so they're benefiting by borrowing your money, and it sounds good until it's not, I guess.
I was gonna say, what happens if they start dropping the ball and losing money?
Wave my yellow flag. Yeah, I don't know. Red flag, red card.
Yeah, so I'm sure that's kind of the thing, right? That's the risk you're taking, right? So just like anything, don't invest in anything that you're not willing to lose. Oh, there you go. Money Man says 8-bit's the easy button.
Yeah, I might have to do DYOR on some. Maybe Money Man can come on the show and tell us about 8-bit farms a little bit.
We've been trying to get Money Man on for a while. He's always so busy.
He always goes, "Yeah, I'll come on the show, but I've got like 13,000 kids I got to go to weddings for and stuff." It's like every time we invite him over, he's like, "I got to go to a wedding."
Hey, Money Man, why don't you come on right now? You're in the chat. We'll drop you the link. I'm going to send you the link right now, Money Man. Come on.
Come on.
I'm going to send it to you.
Water's fine.
There's no wedding going on right now. No.
While he jumps on that, yeah.
All right, I'm going to send him that.
Big family. Right. No, yeah. He's like, true. It's true. Big family.
But yeah, so that, I mean, we talked a lot about that. What else? I mean, those are his main 3 big plays. I asked him if he was doing any kind of was he using his funds that he's getting to buy like BTC or ETH or anything like that? And I think he's in the DEX farms or the DEX finance farms for the Bitcoin and the ETH. So I think that's what he's doing. I think he puts his money into those, and then that's how he's farming his Bitcoin. Do
you know what kind of yield he's getting on that?
No, I know I saw the DEX tools ones. When I looked at that, it was like 0.016 or something. It was pretty low. Yeah. But it's still like, I mean, if you think, it's funny because we say that's pretty low, but on a yearly scale, it was still like 26% interest on, and you're gaining Bitcoin and ETH. So if you're just holding that and you're gaining, 25% over a year, like that, I think we're so jaded by how much we can make per day that when we start talking about yearly, we're like, blah, who wants 26%?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And on Bitcoin, and we need to get these the DEX finance guys on. I think you mentioned AG that you've talked to the maybe the dev or the founder, one of the.
Yeah, I talked to him on Telegram a few times, but
yeah, let's invite him on.
He's a busy dude. The easier way to get on or to get him is
This is the premier crypto podcast. I mean, we have people left and right trying to get on the show. So,
well, no, I think there's AJ might be the better guy to grab on.
Oh, that'd be great. Also, getting AJ on the podcast.
Yeah, I feel like
he's also with DEX Finance now.
Yeah, he partnered with them.
Nice.
What's
AJ Brockman from EMP?
Yes, from EMP. Yeah, he partnered with DEX Finance, and I think he's more of a public figure than the CEO of DEX.
Cool. Do you want to jump back over to the news?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Hey, you see my screen?
There we are.
Infinity. So yeah, just jumping into it, right? The market's a little red today. One of the suspected culprits for the fear in the market is this news article here that's detailing that Mt. Gox, which was a Bitcoin exchange back in the day that shut down, they are going to be potentially right here giving out. If I scroll down here, right here, those selling today are contemplating the effect of more than 140,000 Bitcoin hitting the market in less than 1 month. So once they went bust, they had some frozen Bitcoin on the exchange from different clients. So I believe they're going to be, let's see if they're going to liquidate it here, or are they just going to hand the coins back over to the creditors.
Yeah. Hey, Zach, why don't they sell that OTC? Is that you think
you would think that would be the smartest way to do it?
Do you think because it's in a lawsuit, it has to have paper trails? But I would think if they did an OTC like TradFi, that why couldn't they do that? I mean, I'm surely like Michael Saylor might want 140,000 Bitcoin, or somebody, some Saudi government or Saudi family wants 140,000 Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm. So maybe it's just simply because, right, they maybe want to hold since they do maybe have the custody of the asset, they have the Bitcoin. Maybe this is Bitcoin that was actually still held by Mt. Gox, like despite all of its, closing down and such, like they still had it in their custody. So that might be the reason why they're not, liquidating it for cash at a certain market value. And instead, it seems right here, correct me if you guys see it differently, but it sounds like right here that says 75% of creditors will be taking the early payout in July, meaning a distribution of about 95,000 coins. So it just sounds to me that they're just going to hand over the actual Bitcoin. And a point I didn't make a moment ago, when it actually right here when it was taken down, so it says whose assets were stolen in a 2014 hack. Right, what was Bitcoin's price in 2014? What are your all's guesses off the top of your head?
2014. I mean, when are we picking? Like July, like maybe.
I'm gonna find that date it mentions.
I want to say
and look at that date.
$12,000.
No, I'm going $800.
800. Well, 2014.
Yeah,
you're probably right. It's probably right around 900.
Yeah, I'm on 800. So, welcome to the show, the Freedom Project. What's your project? I see you. Obviously, the Freedom Project. I get that. But he says BTCD is melting. If BTC finally finishes the retracement, alts and memes will go up like crazy. Welcome to the show, Kent Lab. Summer rally starts July 21st. That's an awful specific date. BTC at 100K by September. I love it.
They're trying to tell us the future. Thanks,
listen. I love specific, like what kitten. Why July 21st? What makes you think that? Oh my gosh, Jed, that guy. Holy cow!
What Jed say?
Jed McCaleb. He was the one that sold Mt. Gox to the guy, and then got backdoored. Mm-hmm. He's also one of the founders of Ripple, that left Ripple right before they got sued by SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then he was the founder of XLM, which was a fork of Ripple.
Dude, Google is trash, man. I can't find the date in 2014 when they.
Let's just do July 4th. That's good. July 4th, 2014.
Hey, there you go.
Was $630. So let's say you had let's just say you had 10 Bitcoin, right? You had 6K worth of Bitcoin in 2014. You were a forced holder for 10 years, for a decade. And look what happened. You got a 10x on your money.
Yeah, but I mean, what are they getting back, right? Because they're not getting like
75% back, I thought.
Well, I mean, here's my question, because like Celsius, AG, you and I were part of the Celsius crap, right? Mm-hmm. And we didn't get a percentage of our tokens back. We just got money, right? And it was based on their bankruptcy date. So I guess it's different because Mt. Gox was a hack.
I got tokens back.
You got tokens back, but I mean, it was still not even remotely close to the, what I'm saying is on July 4th, 2014, they only had $6,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? If they had 10. So are they getting a percentage of $6,000, or are they getting a percentage of 10 Bitcoin? Yeah, because that's what we got. Ours was a dollar value when they declared bankruptcy. The day they declared bankruptcy, that was what our dollar value was set at.
Well, I think
so it didn't matter.
To answer your question real quick, Goldwyn, it seems that they're going to credit the current price, not just the previous, because here they're saying here, not to mention the capital gains tax involved, given Bitcoin is up 140-fold since the bankruptcy. So it's not even up 10x. I guess it was sometime in 2014 when Bitcoin was down bad. Maybe this hack caused it to go down bad, and then it's up 140 since then.
Now here's the real question. If you were involved in that, would you be upset that you had to pay the capital gains tax, or would you be ecstatic about,
Static, yeah.
who-
Yeah, because I mean, and like Zach said, that was forced holding for 10 years. Because no way any of those people hold that Bitcoin for 10 years.
Mhm.
You know, they probably sold it at 2000.
Yeah. So we'll see. So it's, the market, everyone likes to always point to some sort of news item. This is the reason why the downturn, this TA happened. So that's why it happened. But, overall, this is just another fear spread in the market as well. And maybe we'll see if it does pan out to be a potential cause for further downselling. So that onto some other news. This is pretty crazy as well. All of these could be like movies. I'm sure they're going to make some sort of Netflix special. But check this out. The Do Kwon saga still isn't finished yet. For those of you that don't recall, Do Kwon, this gentleman on the picture on the right here, he is he was the founder of Terra Labs, which had the Luna token, which crashed. And he went on the run. Then they found him, and I think Montenegro, when he was going through the airport security, they found false passport.
Isn't he the guy that had a ledger stuck up his ass?
Correct. That's what you took the words out of my mouth. Yes, he had a crypto hardware wallet that's kind of large. They found it up his, where the sun don't shine.
Like all he had to do was memorize 16 words. Memorize 16 words. He doesn't even need a damn ledger.
And I think it had millions of dollars on it. Did they beat it out of him in Montenegro? Like, do they have?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, here we can get the words out of you. I don't know.
What the hell is White Claw Surge, Aaron? I mean, I'm familiar with White Claw, but the hell is White Claw Surge?
Probably has caffeine in it.
Right? I'm gonna have to look for those.
They used to make a energy drink called Surge. It was like Mountain Dew flavor.
Yeah, it was. Well, Surge was. Yeah, I don't think it was an energy drink though. I think it was just a soda, highly caffeinated soda. Ooh, higher alcohol content. Nice, I like it. I'll have to look at those. Because if I'm going to drink a White Claw, I definitely want higher alcohol content.
Yeah. So check this out. So right now, the Montenegro Prime Minister invested in Terraform crypto. U.S. court documents show. So the current Prime Minister of Montenegro, he apparently was an investor, right? He invested $90 million at one point.
Shit.
Do Kwon remains in Montenegro amid extradition demands from the U.S. and from South Korea. So U.S. court filings reveal Montenegro's Prime Minister, this gentleman, I can't pronounce his name, personally invested $75,000 in 2018, long before the whole stablecoin debacle. And it says right here that he was listed as among one of the early investors. And now the investment, let's see right here. So it says that the current prime minister, he was working in Singapore's financial industry from 2014 to 2020, and that's when he made the investment. And now, he returned to Montenegro and became the finance minister. So this is pretty cool. We're pretty in the know if the finance minister of a country is also getting involved in early crypto startups. But here it says that at one point up to his, I guess that 75,000 invested was up to $90 million.
Jeez.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
And then now he's claiming, that it wasn't him who personally made the investment. It was the company he worked for. So maybe he just was a decision maker or somehow involved. But I don't know. It sounds like they're trying to point it all on him. And then now it says his political opposition is demanding him to resign. Of course, they're going to use that as fodder against him. And overall, this is pretty interesting to me. Just kind of an update on where Terra's at and the company. It's saying right here, so they filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy earlier this year, but they also have to pay $4.47 billion in penalties to resolve a civil lawsuit. Where are they going to get the money? They have no money. They had that giant treasury. If you don't, just to give a replay of what happened, and once their stable coin started to lose peg, they basically one-shotted their treasury. They just market dumped all this Bitcoin, all this Ethereum, all this, every single, altcoin that they had in their treasury, and bought back the token, and then instantly dumped again. So I don't know where they're going to find this $4.47 billion. Maybe they
So-
have some.
which is kind of crazy, Zach, because the most of us are in Elephant, and Elephant suffered pretty much the exact same attack that Terra Luna did, right? And so
Yes.
the difference was BT chose not to dump the treasury, right? His decision was to protect the treasury at all costs, and he didn't care about price or how the other thing Trump lost peg at that point, but he was smart because here we are, what, 2.5 years removed from the exploit. Elephant's still kicking like a chicken,
That's right.
So-
yeah. So it shows you the stark contrast because, like you said, that same flash loan of a same magnitude and size too can take down this $1 billion and lead to all this. And that lead to the founder having a ledger up his.
Well, listen, he was just prepping himself for prison. That's all he was doing.
And I guess it's helpful to have friends in high places like the prime minister of a country who is not extraditing you to the U.S. or South Korea because you're like, come on, bro. Remember that one time I made it? I'll run it back for you again. Give me another shot. Let me hang out on the computer again.
He probably called the prime minister and been like, dude, you got to sell now before this shit. Before he's like, all right, PM, what I'm fixing to do is I'm fixing to dump all of my Bitcoin. I need you to sell the second I dump my Bitcoin, get your money back.
Maybe. And right here it's saying, that Quan, also the target for ongoing criminal litigation from the U.S. Justice Department, must pay another $204 million to the SEC. So that I guess the SEC is like, we know you have more hiding up other dark alleys and dark places. So fork it up. All right.
Where the sun don't shine.
Right. And right here it says, all this just bad news and badness for the founder and the company. So we'll see what happens next, kind of thing. And right now it says he was sentenced for 4 months, in prison in Montenegro after he was apprehended. He had a fake Costa Rican passport and he was trying to go to Dubai. So he's been out. So he's released from prison in March on bail and has since been caught up in competing extradition demands. Wow.
Why do you think he was going to Dubai? You think is that a safe place for him?
I think so. Probably another reason why he was trying to run to like a safe haven where they don't. I don't think they extradite to the U.S. from Dubai. Let me Google that.
Yeah, because I know it's a tax haven, but I figured they'd just come and get you anyways.
Hey, did you guys see that they're trying to get Trump to speak at BTC 2024?
No,
July?
I didn't know that.
That'd be crazy if he accepted and did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Maybe
I guess they're in negotiations. Zach, you're gonna be there, right?
I will be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Come on down, bro. Come on. What else you got going on? Make the drive.
I think that's literally the weekend we get back from the cruise. So I'll look. I'm still trying to get there.
Fly. You can go sleep on my bed. Fly from what do you call it? From California to Nashville, Tennessee. Think about it. Did he cut off there or something? We lose him?
No,
I'm sorry. I was reading. Sorry, I got chat up on my computer. That's why I'm always looking sideways.
Deep in thought. I gotcha. What's going on?
Yeah. I was actually trying to figure out what CLMM is. Is that concentrated liquidity market making? Is that what that is, Mikey? Zach, you know anything about CLMMs? I don't know anything about them.
All this industry jargon, I'm full of it. All these acronyms, I'm done. DCA, BTC.
Yeah, all right. Look at me pulling out the fucking knowledge.
WTF. That's the only one I know.
give us an example of that.
Is that that what Elephant's doing with Solend? Concentrated liquidity market making? That's what BT's whole thing is with Solend, right? Is now Savannah House is market making. That was what the new $6 million went to.
I think that's correct. I'm not. I haven't confirmed that that's what he's doing, but that sounds right. It sounds like you mentioned that it was for market making, so probably using the same concept.
So what you're saying that they're making their own market?
Yeah, that's what the last vote for Savannah House was 6 million, or maybe it was 4, and they had 2 votes. One was for 2 and one was for 4. The 2 million went to Radium to build up the liquidity pool on Radium.
Okay.
And then the 4 million was to give Savannah House so they can be market makers on the USDC/Trunk pool. So because what they're doing is they're lending USDC, but they're only lending when it's needed. So as the rates go really, really high, because there isn't any USDC, they'll put USDC in to bring the rates down. And then as the rates fall, they'll take their USDC back to raise the rates. So Savannah House is going to be strategically market making Trunk/USDC pool.
So I have it pulled up here as well, just to follow up on what you're saying, right? Fund market making position for Savannah House on Solend, and fund the locked Trunk USDC market making position on Solend. This will provide a valuable long-term funded profit center for the Elephant Money protocol. So, yep, that sounds right. And kind of jumping on over to that, where I got the other one, I got this one, right?
So it's like having V3 pools on Solana, is what Mikey's saying. So like the V3 pools on Pancake Swap, that gives you the single-sided liquidity.
Mm-hmm.
So
pretty sweet. Yeah, man. Talking about high yield USDC, I've jumped over here to the actual Trunk USDC Solend pool. And man, I always recommend to go checking out the yields on DeFi Llama, right? You're not going to find the newest and latest and greatest innovations in DeFi over here, but you will find kind of the more established or more well-known kind of projects. What are you saying?
What were the rates there that you just have pulled up?
Looked like
Because one thing you have to be aware of when you're lending, like the USDC, like it says it's a shit ton, right?
Yeah.
Well, if everybody's borrowing your USDC and it's a pool, right? So let's say you give them your 1,000 USDC and somebody's borrowing it, you're getting the interest on that USDC. But if you need that USDC and there isn't any money in the pool, you can't pull that USDC back. So those are one things that you need to be when you're lending. Like if you lend on like Venus and Aave and now Solend, the big thing is if those pools are small and new, like that same thing. The first few people that were putting their money into the USDC, they were getting really, really astronomical rates. But when they tried to take it out, they couldn't because there wasn't any money in those pools. So that's what Savannah House is going to be doing. They're basically going to guarantee that you'll be able to take your money to and fro, back and forth, which will pull the rates down. But if you're still getting 80% on a year on cash, why the hell wouldn't you put it there, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Now,
so you ended on that statement, right? They will provide the liquidity, so you will be able to go in and out as desired. But like you mentioned, it does bring it down a little bit, but still relatively very high, very high. And that's what I was going to show here too, just to piggyback off. It seems here, so right now there's a supply of 1.7 million of USDC, and there's been a borrow of 1.5 million currently.
Yeah.
And it calculates that certain percentage, which is pretty high, 150, right? And the borrowers are paying 215, so they're paying a yield. So they're trying to get people to repay back their loan. And you can see
is so crazy. Who's borrowing USDC for 250%?
I was just thinking that. I'm like, damn.
They probably weren't at the time, but then right after, I guess people got excited and maybe the dip right now, people take more debt on to go buy the dip or something. I'm not too sure, but we can see here the interest rate curve. So between a period of 0 and 80% utilization. So, right, there's 1.5 million. Let's just call it 2 million. So 80% would be 1.6 million. So let's just do, let's just say 1.2 million maybe or so. I can just do a calculator. Let's do that just to play numbers real quick. 1.7 million times 80% would be, 1.36 million. So once it crosses that threshold of borrowed, right, that's when it will climb the, go back here, click it, quickly start climbing. So that's when it goes, the interest rate goes from 13% to 40, 50, 60, 70, etc. Right now, right?
So that's true, Zach. Because I mean, people. That reminds me, I should probably check my Venus.
Check your
my Venus loan. Because your loan isn't a set fee. So if you borrowed at 13 thinking that you're just going to pay 13 for the year, no, it's 250%.
Right. Yeah.
Go check it right
crazy.
now. Let's see what it is.
I can. It's I'm using my phone for the cast today.
Oh, don't you
So-
have another? Oh, you only do it on your phone. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so what this is doing is incentivizing people to pay down their borrowed money and pull this back down. So it is really it's great. It's great being the banker, right? You have this, especially with DeFi now. We have access to these type of tools. You're not going to get anything like this at like we always talk about in TradFi. But here it's a simple formula, simple rules, gives you exposure for people who want it. Right. This is also just part of the risk of people who want to maybe leverage up on Trunk. Hey, go ahead. But know that there might be times, let's say you borrowed some USDC from this pool, right? There will be times like this where you're paying a hefty fine for it. But like I said, on the other hand, if you're a supplier, wow, you're printing. And we can see over the last 30 days, it's averaged about 43% APR on cash. And I think the total age of this pool is just over a month right now. Do you guys recall when it was launched?
I don't know.
Something around that time. So
Seems
we'll
that,
have
yeah.
more data as time progresses, but right now we're at 43% APR, so pretty sweet. And with that Trunk, like I said, it's up to 60%. It's 60 cents. It's actually up for the day while everything else is bleeding red. We got our green Trunk, baby. Green.
Listen, that's a pretty good support line too. If you take that first big dip
Yeah. Sorry.
and run it up, that's a pretty good support line. Yeah, no, go to the left there.
I'm gonna draw it. Were you talking about these kind of dips
No,
here?
Yep. Drop from that first dip, no, to the left.
Even deep.
Yep. Yeah, draw it from there and run it up. That's pretty solid support.
If I can do something. If I get my crayons out.
That's,
Oh,
I like it.
Yeah, I don't like that double peak there, but
yeah, no one likes
but
this.
it made a high, but it made a higher low. So after that double peak, it did make a lower high, so or a lower low. So that's good.
Yeah, and like we talk about, we have a lot of liquidity here, but at the same time, it's still relatively small in the grand scheme of things. So, right, the more volume and users and people who want the high yield or want trumpet, then this chart will just continue to moon. And then right now, this might be evidence of the market making that's happening. Maybe I'm not sure exactly, with all this.
Well, and the big thing is all those big dips, that's I don't want to call them weekends. That's people that held Trump forever that bought at that 60, 75 cent range. And then once it got back, they sold,
Yeah, it's true. The more these kind of happen, the more people who want to leave, they leave and they take their money and run. And if not, it just people who
it's only good for the protocol, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's better for those people that held all that to sell at these lower prices than when it does get over the dollar.
Yeah. And I just think it's crazy back here. I saw this little TA I had drawn when we were back way over here early April or mid-April.
Look at that.
And now, right, if you were buying your DCA for a whole 2 months, 60 days, once a month. Maybe.
And another 60 days, you won't even see those blue lines to the left.
Yeah. I should try to do some other predictions and
what is your guys' predictions for in the next 60 days?
Other than that, I don't know. I mean, I think we're going to continue that slow grind up. That's what I think is going to happen. Which isn't a bad thing if it continues to slowly grind up. Because I think those big fluctuations that kind of scares the people that don't understand.
It's true, but when they go up fast, you get a lot of FOMO and people jump in.
Yeah, that's true too. But then whenever the first person sells, then they FOMO right back out.
So that kind of leads me over to the next question, which is, right, is this a double top? Are we at should we open our huge shorts right now from 60K back down to 40K? Or is this just the beginning of the bottom before the next run up?
So this is what I heard.
What did you hear on the grid?
I think it was 59,000. There was over $3 billion worth of shorts in the market. So I think we'll touch 59 if we haven't already done it. And then I think we'll start rallying up from there to try to liquidate all the shorts.
Yeah, I think what you that chart shows, I think that's the bottom right before the run up. And whoever it was, Psycho Bunny, who was it up here? Kitten Lab X. You know, they call July 21st. So in 1 month we're gonna start taking off.
All right, so we got a DCA for 30 more days on these kind of low times or this volatile.
He's saying 100K by September. I like that idea.
Yeah.
This would be a great time to buy like a call option on. I think is it Hedgic or?
Well, they're saying September the Ethereum ETF is coming out.
I thought they were already out. And they got approved. I thought they were going to start funding them any day now. No, especially after the SEC.
They got them all in line, and they're supposed to come out sometime in September.
Oh shit!
So,
hey Steve, what are you doing?
What is going on?
What? Money Man in the house.
What's up?
Hey.
Cheers, my man.
Cheers. Am I coming through?
You're coming.
Yeah, man, we got you.
Wow, I'm making my big screen appearance. Wow, my debut.
Money Man.
Hey, what's going on?
I was looking for a yellow shirt or a jacket or something, and some big headphones. And every time you see me on screen on Telegram or whatever, I'm wearing sunglasses. For Goldwyn, I got my Browns hat.
Hey, let's go.
Whoa.
You got to give me a break. I've been a loser my whole life except for the 2016 LeBron Cavaliers. Yep. What's up, guys?
Were you butthurt when LeBron decided to leave Cleveland?
Nah.
Hey, Money Man, that reminds me of the joke. Why is it great to date a Cleveland Browns fan?
I give up. Why is it?
They never expect a ring.
Well, funny story. I married a Steelers fan, so that's like that no around here.
Well, she's got 5 now, then, right?
Yeah. So, anyhow,
nice, man.
So, what's new with you, man?
Just keeping busy. So, yeah, I'm I guess you'd call me a BT OG. So,
nice.
I've been around. Yeah. So, yeah, I've been around since March of 19. Jeez, crazy.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Oh, wow. Look, first time on camera, we already got a huge fan calling in. What's up, Aaron? I still want a hubby like you, Money Man. He's very taken. He's a taken man. Big family already.
I've been with my wife for 30 years.
Yeah. Nice.
Our very first date was OJ and the Bronco on the highway. Yep.
That's pretty great. Dude, I was in ninth grade watching that chase.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was
listen, don't ask where Zach was. He might not have even been born at that point.
Yeah, ask my dad where I was.
Yeah. I got a 26-year-old and a 24-year-old. My 24-year-old just got married. Yeah.
Yeah, congrats.
Cool. I went through a midlife crisis and left my job without a plan last October. Yep, it's all good.
Now you're playing with crypto. You're doing well.
Yeah. So, got my alcohol. This is past my bedtime, so I need something. So I got my Woodford Reserve. It's
nice.
Lakewood, Ohio. Yeah.
We got to get Crypto Slow on the channel. I know he's a big bourbon fan as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he only lives about 2.5 hours from me.
Oh, really?
No, that's KR, Crypto KR.
KR's pretty close too. Slow lives close by.
Oh, Slow's close too?
Yeah. I didn't know that. Have you met him?
I was close to meeting him, but we had to cancel.
Man, you guys need to do a Crypto Ohio meetup.
Yeah, KR, myself, Slow. I'm sure there's plenty others out there. Yeah.
So, Money Man, are you coming to a Bitcoin conference in Nashville? You're gonna
I'll
be there?
Let's go. I'm actually driving. It's 8 hours from my house, but I like to hit all the bike trails along the way. So I'll be doing that.
Nice.
Yep. And my wife's not coming because I don't know what she would do while I was at all these meetups. So I am actually going to be roommates with Ed.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Oh,
awesome.
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Ed and I have been good buddies for about 5 years now. So
Yeah.
Nice.
he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I know people give him a hard time sometimes as admin in the Telegram, but yeah, he's a really good guy.
Yeah,
Listen,
we've
for
had
being
Ed
an
on the
admin in
show a few
Discord,
times.
they don't get enough love. I can tell you that right now. Dealing with all
Oh,
that
yeah.
crap.
For sure. So what kind of questions you guys have? What do you want me to ask? Or
Yeah.
what?
So what are your
keep it
thoughts
moving.
on Trunk right now?
Trunk. I'm hopeful that it's going to do well. It looks good. Just like everybody else, I'm human. I have emotions, but
Mhm.
like one of you said a few minutes ago, it's got I think it was Goldwyn. It looks like it's got its, well, I think actually we were talking about Bitcoin, but it's got that slow, steady rise upward. Looks pretty good. Looks like, I know BT's had some rough go with people commenting about he's controlling the votes with Savannah and all that stuff, but he really
Not
does have a good
surprising,
heart. What's that?
So that's not surprising. It's his baby, Of course,
Yeah,
he'll
yeah,
be
of
the
course.
first or second one buying all the
I've always
tokens.
I've always told my wife I hope he becomes the richest person on this planet, because a lot of us would follow in his footsteps and
Yeah.
Well, we on the
be doing.
coattails, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So he's a good guy. He's called me, several times over the years just to chat and give me a heads up and stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
excited.
Have you met him in person or
I was gonna
no?
say the meetup will probably be the first time we'll all get to meet him and talk to him in person, unless Moneyman's met him before.
No, just Ed. He's the only one I've met live and in person. But yeah, he's called me personally though to catch up and make sure that I was understanding what he was trying to say and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So
You're saying, please don't sell, Moneyman. Please buy some more. Please don't sell.
Yeah, I have stories to tell like everybody else. Just like everybody else, we woulda, coulda, shoulda. I could have had tens of millions of dollars by now, but I've taken many a step back in order to take more steps forward. I was in Celsius, didn't have a good, didn't have a good feel about it. I was in, what's the other one? Tomb. I think I was in Tomb on Phantom or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've tried a little bit of everything along the way, and then
DeFi
just like
OG, crypto OG.
Goldwyn talked me into Celsius, and I kicked myself in the ass for that. Then
I don't think I talked you into anything. First of all,
you did 100%.
He was telling you is it an energy drink or alcohol beverage? He's like, that Celsius. That's what he was trying to tell you about.
Listen, not only did he talk me into Celsius, but he also talked me into taking out a loan on my crypto. Well,
that's good. That means you got that money back, bitch.
Been there, done that, AG.
Not as good as I could have just not had the crypto in there at all.
Yeah. I mean, I really did believe in Alex Mashinsky. Seemed like a good guy, but once I really dug deep into it, I'm like, this doesn't feel right. So I better sell all my Bitcoin. And sure enough, what was it, a month or two later, there it goes.
Listen, I wish I had those intuitions. Like the one thing that AG talked me into was VOD, and I had all of my XRP. I literally tried to take it was 4th of July 3 years ago. I tried to take my XRP out, and because my wallet didn't have the memo, so I had to set up a new wallet. I'm like, and it was 4th of July weekend, so we're out on a boat and we're partying. I'm like, I'll do it on Tuesday. July 5th, they locked it and we couldn't take any money out. So had I done it on the 2nd when I was trying to do it, I would have got all my damn XRP off. And no, I had to wait for that. So, as many things that I talked AG into, we won't talk about the ROI dApps that I never got any money back from, that AG's are like, oh, join this Rocket Lab that SK's been talking about.
Poof,
don't throw SK under the bus now. Those were minors.
Jump back to my screen, AG, if you could.
Yeah.
Because I got a story here. Can you guys see it over here yet?
Yep, I can see it.
right here. So right here, what's y'all's thoughts on this, Money Man and crew? Bored Apes are now cost less than they did before the NFT mania began 3 years ago. So if they're down 90% from their all-time high. So what are you guys thinking? Should we
What
throw
do
in
they cost?
some crypto together and buy one?
Yeah, what's 90% of
Yeah, what's the,
$1 million?
what's the floor?
Let's see. I can pull it up on what's the name of the OpenSea?
OpenSea?
Let's see. They're called Bored Apes.
Can you guys hear the thunder outside my house?
I just
Yep.
did.
I literally did too. Yeah.
It's I might lose service. I don't know.
So,
Hey, Money Man, did you buy any Bored Apes or anything like that? Did you go the NFT route?
I had some NFTs towards the end of that run in the last cycle. Yeah, one of my 26-year-old talked me into it, and I sold them at a loss. Of course, I just, being an OG, being as old as I am, I just didn't. It was hard for me to get in the NFT thing. I was more into the solid coins, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Same here.
yeah, right
So,
here.
Mikey with Earn Crypto said 9 ETH was floor.
90. Yeah, that's what it's showing here at 9.2, 9.1, and low as
That's what,
8.8.
That's what, like 30 grand, a little less than 30 grand. That's still pretty fucking pricey.
Still pricey. Yeah, that's why I was trying to go in with a couple
So
people.
I would not buy it, in my personal opinion. I think the next big wave of NFT art is coming out next year. These things will be old news. They're not going to be as
Yeah.
popular.
Do you guys think it will be art, or it'll definitely be NFTs with utility, right? Like the unlimited or the liquid NFTs from Earn.
I think art will still be popular with all the new people coming in. I just think it'll be something different.
I've got a hot take, and I think I've mentioned it maybe one of the other nights on the show, but I find that the meme coin market ate up the NFT market. So people who wanted to join communities based off of like-minded things, let's say Bored Apes, they all had these funny, fancy looking or whatever, all these different costumes on these NFTs, right? But what happened was with the meme tokens, so let's use Dogecoin, for example, right? That Dogecoin, it's like a super meme, it's a super NFT where, right, the Dogecoin image, that's what the whole community rallies behind, instead of it being fragmented, like, oh, this is my Bored Ape, oh, let me see yours, oh, let me see yours, where we're all different, but we're all like the same, versus Dogecoin or like whatever, Hammy, or I could pull up any of those, Pepe, right? Everyone likes to identify with that one image, like dog with hat. It's that cute little dog with a little knitted hat, right? It's like everyone sees that as their image, as their NFT. So my hot take is that I'm not sure if we'll see a resurgence, and maybe just the meme coin market may eat that liquidity that would rather try to chase after this kind of diverse market. What y'all's thoughts? Y'all think the NFT market will come back? Will these kind of blue chip NFTs make a bounce? Is it just going to draw out?
Yeah, I think you're spot on there, Zach. The memes have kind of taken over. So, but I don't know, those old school, it's, what it's going to be is those Bored Apes will drop, and then the people that got it just after the mania that saw it, it was like, oh, I can't afford one. They'll start picking them up, right?
Maybe.
I think something else will come. I think it's just bad. I mean, NFTs will be, around next year, and I think it'll be really, really popular. But I think it'll be something different than the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Because I wonder something like the CryptoPunks, which also had a cult-like following, and we're also highly.
Those came first, right?
Yes, these are even older and more OG than the Bored Ape.
I had one of those. I had one. Yep.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Wasn't there something on Tron at first, and it got rug pulled? Didn't I buy something on Tron? I can't remember.
Essentially, I'm not familiar, but
I'm not familiar.
So right here looks about 30 ETH as well for
30 ETH
for these CryptoPunks.
Nice. Erin said that she likes NFTs where she earns something. She said she has a Shitcoin Club NFT that she earns Matic on every month, and now the liquid NFT. Hey, it's Shitcoin Club. That's That's who is that? That's Crypto Chico? Chico Crypto Chico? Is that the guy that did the shitcoin NFT?
The shit coins club. That's funny.
It's an
It was a pretty popular YouTuber that did some it was the same guy. He did some reviews on Elephant.
No way. That's
Crypto Mischief. That's who it is. Crypto Mischief.
oh yeah.
And
I've
Crypto,
those videos. Yeah.
yeah, Crypto Mischief did a couple of reviews on Elephant. So yeah, I do remember him something about a shitcoin.
This looks like a scam website.
Hey, Money Man, do you export any of your crypto earnings, or are you just holding? Or are you just a buy and hold? Or do you use like Ultimo or Crypto.com to take any profits offline?
No. I what's the best way to put it without let me think. Jeez, you caught me off guard. I'm usually that's why this is my big screen debut. I wasn't prepared.
Listen, we appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Actually, Zach just talked to us before we started about bringing audience members on. It was like he was clairvoyant. It was so crazy. So you're more like Warren Buffett. You just buy and hold.
Yeah. I use Coinbase to onboard, and I went through that craziness of trying to send a lot of money there a long time ago, and it got held up, because of the Patriot Act or something crazy like that. So I panicked, and I contacted BT and told them, I had all this money that was tied up, and I was just looking for any help I could get. It's nerve-wracking. Even $1 when it's held up for a few minutes, it still makes you nervous. Every time I press claim, deposit, anything, it just makes me a little nervous. But overall, it's gone well.
Definitely know what you mean. Like even myself, when I'm sending like a rather large amount over a transaction or doing something, there's that moment where you're like, wait, did I put the address in? Did I copy and paste right?
Yeah.
But it always works 100% of the time. But that's definitely the crypto anxiety that comes with the
AG, do you remember your first transaction that you really freaked out about?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, I bought I don't know, it was like $1,000 on Cash App, and I transferred the Bitcoin to my wallet, but it literally took like 24 hours to get to my wallet, and I was freaking out, man. Cold sweats, like, oh geez.
So my first transaction that I really freaked out about, I think I sent like $5,000 of ETH somewhere, and every other ETH transaction I had done had been there in like 3 to 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, I remember pulling over, like it had been 15 minutes and it hadn't hit my wallet. I remember pulling over and checking the transaction and checking my wallets and making sure all the numbers were right. And it was like I remember sweating, thinking, because that was, I don't know when that was, but I remember $5,000 at that time was a lot of money to me.
It is a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not. I wouldn't be happy if I lost $5,000 today, but at that time that was a significant portion of my crypto portfolio. So, what about you, Money Man? Do you just when you were trying to onboard?
What's that? What about onboarding?
I said, was that your first real crypto freak out when you're just trying to onboard through Coinbase?
Yeah. So it's always nerve-wracking. It really is. There's just a lot that can go wrong. I do most of my transacting at about 4:30 in the morning. So,
oh my goodness.
So I'm sitting there with my coffee before I head to the gym, and I do most of my
4:30 in the morning. What time do you go to bed?
Like 10.
He said it was past his bedtime, buddy.
Yeah, like, geez, I can't imagine getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
that's how you get a name like Money Man, AG. You got
this is a good PSA though, right? Make sure that you're not distracted when you're sending transactions. One of those things, if you're doing new things, make sure you do test transactions. Yes. It's better to pay $3-5, even $16-20 on ETH to do a test transaction if you're not comfortable with what you're doing. Because like a lot of things, like if you're an elephant, bridging's a thing. If you're an earn, I know if you're trying to bridge from ETH to one of the sub chains, that's kind of time consuming. It took me a long time when I first bridged earn from ETH to BNB. Those are things that it's better to pay the fees than to lose your money, right? So if you're new to crypto, double check your addresses. Always make sure you're looking at the first, few and the last few. But it really doesn't hurt to just kind of scan and check all those numbers. I know there are a lot of numbers, but especially if you're sending a big transaction, it's really important to make sure you're sending those addresses in the right spot.
So can you still see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
This man right here, Justin Sun, this man has the least anxiety of anyone in crypto sending large transactions. We have evidence on chain of he'll send like 100 million USDC in one transaction to a brand new wallet. Like no test transaction, he'll just straight send it. So this man has faith in the technology and somehow has never been taken by the SEC or any governmental agency across the world. So he might be in the CIA or something. But let me see if I can find like his like a tweet thread of like his famous giant transaction.
Who do you think the wealthiest crypto?
CZ.
You think he's the wealthiest crypto person?
Person who has the most money in crypto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
What about that ETH guy with the weird guy?
Vitalik?
Yeah, Vitalik's got to be close, right?
No, I think CZ has magnitude more. Like he's a billionaire, where Vitalik's not even a billionaire.
Oh wow, that's kind of hard to believe.
Let's see, crypto rich
Armstrong, Michael Saylor.
Yeah. Well, Michael Saylor, though, personally, but that's his company, right?
Yeah, but he owns
his
stock.
money man on that list.
I'm just an ordinary average guy for real. I really am. Even though I have that name, it was given to me almost 30 years ago by somebody I worked with. And the story behind that. What's that?
I was going to say, tell us the story. I know it because you told me personally, but
yeah. So back in the day when people actually used to use real cash, paper money, paper fiat, and checks and all that, somebody had to go around to the safes rather than Brinks and get the money and deposit it and everything. So I was that guy that would go around to all of the company's safes and put the deposits together and all that stuff. And I just got that name. Hey, Money Man, good to see you again, and all that stuff. So that's how I got that name. So it just stuck. And they started giving me gifts with the name with Money Man on it, money clips and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
So I just thought it'd be a cool handle when I got into the crypto world. Yeah.
I like it.
I think it's
perfect.
What I think is awesome is that it really did come from TradFi, right? It came from real world, not from, because everybody that sees it like an elephant, they just assumed that it was through crypto, but it was.
Dang,
like
you're right. That was a TradFi nickname he got. That's crazy. Yep. That is.
I was a day trader back in 1999 with the Y2K, and I used to go into work and tell everybody, "Hey, go buy Cisco, Microsoft, Oracle, Disney, all this stuff." And because it was so easy back then. It was before all those supercomputers and all that stuff. So it seemed so easy to make money back then. The problem is when you only have a few bucks, you wish you had more because you're like, gosh, I just 10x my money if I only had 10,000. But that's how the story goes with everybody. Nobody ever has enough. That's why I always say the number one wealth is health. So that's my big thing. Like all of us, we've gone through things with our family, whether it be your wife or your parents or your kids or what have you. We all go through stuff in life, and we're all a little crazy to a certain extent, and we all want to be healthy, both physically and mentally. So, that was a New Year's resolution of mine, 1986. So yeah, you can date me back to 1986. I started on my journey of health and wellness. So, Zach, I watched some of your videos, saw how you were, you made some changes to your life and all that stuff. So very cool. Very cool. I see both you guys are into baseball and all that stuff. So yeah, I was one of those that transformed from high school baseball, took all my buddies from the high school baseball team and ended up playing softball for many years, and then when my range, I was a shortstop, and when I kept missing the ball by a little bit more, I'm like, man, it's time to hang it up because it was frustrating to dive and come up empty-handed, diving for a ball. So I switched to soccer. So now I'm playing competitive 30 and over and 50 and over soccer.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
love it. Yeah, man. I think that's like such a important thing that we're in this whole crypto thing to get money, to get time, to whatever, have more time for us and our families. But like you're saying, without health, like none of that matters. So that is the priority of the real wealth of
Goldwyn's in
energy.
a competitive sporting event. He's like doing like jousting or something. What is it?
Oh, that's right. I saw that. The Camelot type of stuff.
Yeah, running around in a skirt with a foam sword, whacking each other.
He even showed us a video of his last competition. That was you, right? Going in the video.
Yeah, it's called Amped Guard, and while I did good in the last tournament, I wouldn't say that I'm in it anymore. So my knees don't allow me to. My knees don't allow me to be as competitive as I want. Because I'm stupid competitive, and I did not live up to my own expectations, and I still only finished 1 point out of first place. So, and that was with not fighting for 10 years. But
sounds like you did a pretty good job then.
I did. Listen. I tell you what, I shocked all those young whippersnappers. That's for sure.
Love it. Just trying to jump back to the news article here about who's the richest, but I see here. I think this is recent of what I've seen. CZ is estimated at $33 billion net worth.
33 billion.
Yeah. And when he's now been in prison, because right now he's serving in a prison, he was the richest person in America to ever serve jail time this season.
That's so great.
Yeah. So
hey, look at my man. Good call for number 2 was Brian Armstrong. So that was a good call.
Yeah.
So, hey, we do need to do the spinny wheel thing before we forget. It's for wallets this week.
Just do that.
I think it's for wallet. Hey, Money Man, you need to pick a number 1 through 1,000. What do you think?
712.
Okay, well that would suck because that means we don't get paid. But
all right, then give me another. All right, well, want me to give you a second?
No, that's the number.
Think about it before this short break. Alrighty, time to win some earn tokens, baby. Let's go.
Listen, that's still my favorite fucking little segment you made. That little beep
I do
beep
like
thing.
the little beep. The little beep.
All right, so Money Man, are you familiar with the wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is for wallet holders that hold 100,000 ETH earn in their wallet. So I think there's approximately 200. It might be a little higher, might be a little lower. But what'd you say? 721. Zach, you got a prediction?
137, same as last week.
137. What about you, AG?
I'm going with 10 because I think that might be where I'm sitting at.
All right. I'm going to go with 431.
In the chat, put your guesses. Everyone in the chat.
Right. So if 721, 431 come up, we're going to convince Mikey to let's spin again.
But if 10 hits,
If 10 hits, somebody wins. If 137 hits, somebody wins.
let's go 10. Let's go 10. Watch me not even.
Oh my God. Moneyman, you were so damn close. That's so crazy. So close. All right. Well, no winner this week. No winner. No winner chicken dinner.
No. So someone does kind of win because that 100,000 earn tokens will now buy an NFT, and they'll do a buy competition.
Oh, is that what the rules are now?
I believe so. If no one wins, then it
Are
goes.
you just making this shit up?
Maybe, but it sounds good, doesn't it?
Sounds fantastic. I think 255.
No,
Oh wait,
pretty
Flaming was last week, Aaron, right?
Yes,
AG, did you guys spin last week?
we did.
Yeah, Flaming was last week, Aaron. Yeah, were you really close? Aaron, I thought you almost won last week.
No, last week it was like, I think, if I can remember right, I thought it was like in the 800s.
Oh, was it Flame last week then?
I don't know what it was for, but I spun and it was like,
Ooh, hey, on a good note, Mikey just said it had to be under 215. That means that we've increased our $100,000 or 100,000 earn holders. Last time I remember was 180 something. So that's good.
So, as
Mike,
I'm pretty sure Mikey said if no one won, then he would put that $100,000 to work in a buy
all
competition.
right. Well,
Crazy
Aaron
idea.
says that it was flames last week. Well, we haven't sold 755 flamelings either. So if it is flamelings this week, we still didn't give the money away. So Aaron says flame was last week.
Make the screen bigger on us 4 squares.
Bye
bye spin wheel. I have a crazy idea I wanted to propose to you guys. Tell me what you guys think.
Okay.
So I wanted, I'm continuing to make some YouTube videos, and I wanted to end the video with a contest idea, not contest, but rather a giveaway. And what I'm proposing is you have to leave in the comments your Cash App, your at whatever your the $, whatever your Cash App is, and to leave your Cash App below, and you have to send me $1. I'm gonna pick someone who sent me $1 and who listed their cash tag in the comment section. I'm gonna 100x their money. I'm gonna send them $100 worth of Bitcoin. So every video I make, someone's gonna get a 100x on their money, right? Because they send $1 and they're gonna get back $100 worth of Bitcoin. What do you guys think?
What if you get more than $100? You're just being smart. I got it. I thought you were gonna say I was gonna send everybody that money.
If I get 1,000, I'll send $1,000 maybe, or maybe I'll send 100 the first time and say, okay, now we're gonna do.
We were wrong. Mikey said Aaron was right. Aaron, you were right. Aaron was right. This week was for flamelings. We were wrong.
Do you have a dice in your hand?
I have the caps to my beers that I was drinking.
I thought it was like a little dice.
So I have the ADHD, from old school. I have to have something fidget spinners in my hand.
Have you seen that fidget cube where it has like a little knob on it?
I have one.
You have one?
Yeah, I got one.
Nice. So what do you got about 100x? That's crazy, right? What YouTuber's doing a 100x giveaway on every YouTube video they make?
I think it's a great idea.
What's the money, man? Would you send me $1 to the Cash App thing?
I will.
I'd send you $10.
There you go. See, people.
Now, here's the question: if I send you $1, that's one vote. But if Money Man sends you $10, does he get 10 votes? 10
no, just send $1. We'll keep it simple. Keep it fair.
Yeah, keep it simple. Kiss it.
That's right.
That's a great idea, Zach.
$1, you get $100. You're entering. Am I running an illegal lottery scheme or something? Is this
might be
my accountant gonna have to do some fugazi? Why did this guy get 1,000 people send him $1? What the heck?
Hey, all right. But yeah, so what you should do, Zach, is you should
say OnlyFans or something. Just put that blanket on it.
Yeah. What you should say is if it's less than 100, you'll send $100. If it's more than 100, you'll just send them what it is, what the difference is, or whatever. Just like
say, $150. Is that too complicated? Because we were talking about Kiss. People $100, 100x. Like don't. Oh, it's 212x actually.
So this is your.
That's why I'm brainstorming. I'm liking the feedback. That's why I wanted to bring it up with my trusted colleagues, my close circle.
I think you should really just do what we'll do is we'll spin the wheel, and however many dollars I get, I'll send it to one person. So if I get 10, you get 10. If I get 100, you get 100.
See, this is too complicated. People like $100, $1. I get it.
Well, listen, you're the brains.
We'll see. Let's do a test run.
You're the brains. I'm the beauty.
Maybe I get lots of bots from India leaving, and they don't really give me $1. They just leave the cash tags.
Yeah.
Probably.
All right, maybe it goes viral. Maybe I get 1 million views and get $1 million.
That would be awesome. All you need is Mr. Beast or that little hamster to share your video. You'll be good to go.
It's like think what Mr. Beast is peak YouTube. People are like, oh, this is peak YouTube. This is great content. It's like, no, Mr. Beast is peak content because you're always competing against him. Why should someone watch your video versus his? And what is his tactic? Give people money. People like just that's all they know him for anyway.
It's
people
true.
want money. People want something from someone else, right?
True story.
Yeah,
man, what a great show, guys! Hey, Money Man, thanks for coming on. Zach, you're like a Nostradamus again, man. This is next week I need you to say something like truck's going to go to $1 or something before we get on.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be holding trunk for a long time. I'm in no
Yeah.
hurry to sell.
I mean,
it, that's
you
for
can
sure.
call Ern, say Ern's got a 5X or something before the show next week. That'd be great for me too.
If anyone else wants to come on the show, I don't know about next week. We mentioned we might have Bailey, but maybe after Bailey, or we have some time, someone else can jump on. Aaron, Mikey, anyone wants to come on, say
Yeah.
hey. We're always
Just reach out to us on TG. You can reach out to Zach. You can reach out to AG. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Buddy Man. He'll get you in contact with us.
That's right. Come
Yep.
tell us your thoughts on crypto and life and secrets to making
man,
it and the
this
best
is-
alpha on the internet. This is the place to share that. with the
Maybe
world.
you can help us out. Maybe you can help
What's-
get BT on our show and do like a good interview
Oh,
because he
I'll-
seems to
I'll
be
work-
ignoring our messages.
I'll work on them in Nashville for you guys.
That's
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
I'd
Good.
love to get him on
Listen.
the show.
BT, Bunny Man, what I would suggest is you should not talk to BT about us at all. Like we would put you on the do not fly list with BT if you start talking to him about us. We're like the black sheep now. We only get like access because Zach's still hanging with us. He's holding us. He's repping us. So that's the only way we still
I
get
don't know why.
some elephant cred. Listen, we didn't even make the last Power Rangers video that somebody made. Everybody on their brother was on there, and we didn't make it. That hurt my soul.
Yeah, we gotta make our own memes, right? To be in them. Guarantee it. Those are some good ones that what was it? The War Dogs edit for Trunk. That one was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, that's the one we didn't make. AJ and I snubbed.
Yeah, that's the
We
one.
said-
I think I was like a main
Wall
character or
Street.
something, I don't know.
Listen, no shit. Money Man made it. You made it. We did. Everybody else made it, but it's all good.
Ayla
It's all
made it. Yeah.
good. Everybody else made it, but it's
I
okay.
want everybody on
made
our show. I want Bailey. I want SK. I want Money Man. I want BT. I want Jed. I want everyone to be. I want this screen to be filled. I want us to make the X Spaces look like a play session.
Listen, crypto Stu actually owes us a visit, but it's stupid early for him. So
I want him to wake up at 4:30 a.m. Money Man style with his coffee, do some crypto before he starts his day. That's
The
like-
other guy that never sleeps is Jed. Man, that guy never sleeps.
Yeah.
hey, Jed plays poker with us a lot. When we do poker games, he usually plays with us.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He and I DM each other all the time. He's a good guy.
So here's a question for you guys. I know we're all like tight knit crypto family
I
community.
don't even know you, dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. But like personally, do you know anyone that's into crypto, like a buddy of yours or family member? It is so weird to me that like I'm the only one that's into crypto and no one else is around me.
Listen, that verbatim, that was almost exactly what Patrick said to me. He like after we ate and we were talking right outside, he's like, dude, he's like, I'm so glad you came so I could actually talk to somebody that has passion like I do.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's the same thing. Like I talked to him for an hour and a half and he didn't look at me like I had stuff growing out of my head, you know?
Everybody
I
always
feel like
said-
every day people look at you like you got stuff growing out of your head. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, everybody I've ever known, I'm Money Man. They've always said for years they'd trust me with their $1 million. So I'm like, trust me with crypto.
Mhm.
But
Right.
yet, nobody has the cojones to
They're
get into
scared.
it, and it's weird. And they know I'm living off of it. It's like, hello, but
Oh,
they
yeah.
just they
I-
just
I
can't
had-
take that step.
It's so crazy. I had a friend, we ate dinner. I said, because he owned Teslas, right? And I
Mhm.
said, you own Tesla? He's like, yeah. I said, do you own their stock? He said, no. I said, do you like the product? He said, yeah. I said, you should buy Tesla. I'm not kidding. 3 months later, we're eating dinner, and he's all like, man, Tesla went down like $10,000 today. And I said, no, it went down. No. And he's like, oh, wait, that was my portfolio that went down. So in my head, I did the math real quick, and I'm like, wait a minute. You've bought 800 shares of Tesla since we ate 2 months ago? He's like, well, yeah. He's like, you said I like the product, so I bought it. So same thing. We talked to dinner on, this is years, 3 years now I've been trying to get him into crypto.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It
and like
won't
you
do
just
it.
kind of told that story, people they're like, I never bought any investment, anything before, never really, I do real estate, blah blah blah. But I'm gonna buy 100 shares of this new thing. I think it's a human thing. I think even more so just crypto. It's like long-term gratification or delayed gratification, and just in general, you can look at history. There's been tons of very smart every human, right? They try to trade or they think they get involved with it. Just finances are very fickle industry. So just throughout history, and people get involved in investing, they get a bad sour taste in their mouth because they overinvest or they don't know what they're doing. And I think that also just dissuades or stalls them from becoming a more advanced or knowledgeable investor. They mess up, they break their leg, so to speak, in the gym on their first day, their first week in the gym, and never go back to the gym. And it's the same thing with, I think, vesting or finances. It's not like you go to a 1 hour seminar and now you know everything about money and you know everything about crypto. You know everything. It's like, no, you have to study this just like health or fitness or anything that is multifaceted. So
Investing's like gambling. Once you lose, you just got to try again.
yeah. And it's discipline, it's money, it's a finite resource, right? It's speculation, it's time horizons, it's risk tolerance. Because some people, he might have multiple Teslas, and then he loses $10,000 in a day on his portfolio and cannot stand that or can't, fathom that. But then if it goes up 10,000, he wasn't going to sell it anyways. So it's all that people have to learn investor psychology and what your plan is and etc. But that's crazy though. He went and aped Tesla after he's like, you know what, you're right. I do like Teslas.
It was so crazy. So crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I have, crypto friends, at least online. Across the
Oh wait, hold on. AJ. So you're happy that I brought you into crypto?
I am very happy. Yes.
Then I don't want to hear about Celsius ever again. Quit
No.
bitching about it.
I will talk about Celsius till the day I die.
Yeah. Every week you'll bring up, remember that time? All the viewers are like, yeah. All right, gentlemen, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight's show.
Yeah, I think that's
cool.
any last words, Money Man? You're our guest.
Thanks for having me on. Like I said, this is my big screen debut. I've kind of been afraid to get started on YouTube and all that because, like you were saying, AG earlier, I'm always busy, always doing something with family and friends and all that stuff. And like you were just saying a minute ago, it's so frustrating when you can't get all your family and friends to get into crypto, no matter how hard you try, how many texts you send, how many interactions you have. Whether I'm at U-Haul, renting a truck, talking to this young guy about crypto, and he's all excited, and I send him texts. Nothing ever comes of it. And I go to, just go to one of my vacation clubs and talk to, the sales pitch turns around and I start talking about crypto with that person, and they get all excited and never get into it. It's just so frustrating.
Hey, Money Man.
Yeah.
Hey, what you need to do is you need to do kind of like how Slow sort of does and how Ed does. Like when you have a epiphany or something, dude, pull your phone out in your car or whatever, and just record that 1 minute, whatever you got to say. Start your YouTube and just post it, man. If you do that once, twice, 3 times a week, you'll start getting followers. It'll be easier because I'm telling you, the first time that AG and I sat down and put that camera in front of us, you know how he just made you big screen? When he does that shit to me, I freeze up because I see myself and I can't figure out what I was going to say. But I mean, it gets easier and easier. And if you have epiphanies, you have thoughts, like you were talking about that, after you talk to that U-Haul guy, dude, hop in your car and do a 1 minute video, post to your YouTube, and dude, you'll be surprised.
You got a YouTube account?
I'm happy we get to help him dip his toe into this creating content, as being online. Because like he's saying, at first you feel awkward or I'm talking to a camera, but then as you see, it's just natural conversation. You're just a normal person, like you said, that you're just trying to share your experience and your time being in crypto. For like, if I had a guy who's been in crypto for 10 years plus, or who has, hey, I'll help you, I'll hold your right, like that sounds like to me like I would love that person. I would love that's a godsend. But some people don't count their blessing, or they don't see it as that. And kind of like we're saying, this is like an outlet too. So you can, like you said, you can share your ideas. And, it's been really, for me, because I'm in your same shoes. I think we all are. Everyone in crypto has had different experiences with that. But it's kind of nice having a channel or having an audience who It's like the same people who like on the same wavelength, and you find new people as well. And so I think that might be even a better approach opposed to like, it's trying to sell something or tell someone something that they don't know about, versus here it's like people are trying to learn, are trying to find new understanding of this whole crypto space and finances. But yeah, I'm on Goldwyn's team. Definitely get a channel, start small, but this is your debut. So put the clap. Where's the sound? Our sound guy. There you go.
Hey, and we whenever you do start your channel, dude, we'll come on and talk to you anytime you want, man.
Yeah.
Thanks. But yep, just stick with it. That's my message to everybody. Like I said, I always dreamt of something like this in my life that was going to happen. You don't know what it is. You don't know if it's good or bad, but you take one day at a time. Crypto came out of nowhere. I was watching PBS and I saw flip phones in Africa, and I found out that my oldest bought a fake ID with the Bitcoin, half a Bitcoin, and I'm on an elliptical, and I'm looking up at the screen in 2017, and I see Bitcoin going up on CNN. I'm like, I got to get into this stuff. I got to check this out. But take your time, find out who the good actors are. Differentiate the good actors from the bad actors. If you do your own research, like we always say, NFA, you will be fine. These guys that are with me today, Goldwyn, AG, and Zach are the good actors, and there's lots of them out there. Take your time, find them, ask good questions, get on Telegram, get on Discord. Just take your time. Be patient. That's what I say. Be patient. Have your time horizon.
There. Hot out.
That's right.
Time horizons.
End it. We can't get better than that. End it. Can't get better than that.
That was good. Thanks, man.
See you guys in Nashville. See you all over the world, guys.
See you guys later.
Take care. Thank you.